Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you've reached this video, I'm sure you must have visited the previous two videos of this chapter. We Are Not Afraid to Die by Gordon Cook and Alan East. The first two videos before this deal with line-wise explanation of the text, and the second video deals with only text questions explained. So we are going to now do the Just for Exams question bank, focusing on short answer questions only. This is from the chapter We Are Not Afraid to Die, which is your second chapter in Hornbill textbook for class 11. We will be dealing with 10 short answer questions that have been asked innumerable number of times in the board exams. These set of questions are usually chosen keeping in mind the fact that children would be visiting these videos, especially when they are preparing for the exams and when the exams are nearby. So the 10 short answer questions will be dealt with specifically in this video. The first short answer question is, what did the narrator plan to do? What preparations did they make? The narrator had actually duplicated the round the world voyage. That was his plan. He wanted to do the same voyage which Captain James Cook had done 200 years ago. And he along with his wife spent their leisure time from the past 16 years honing seafaring skills. And they spent months building the wave walker, testing it. I have tried to give you the catch points here. Do not try to make the answer exactly copy just only this. These are catch points. You can use your own question, your own explanation and expression while answering them. Describe the wave walker. The wave walker was a 23-meter, 30-ton wooden boat that had been professionally built and equipped with all the necessary things required for a long voyage. It was also tested in the roughest seas. The third question is, what happened on the second day of the journey out of Cape Town? On the second day out of Cape Town, they encountered a storm, hails, and for the next few weeks, these hails blew continuously with them, making waves rise up to 15 meters in height, and therefore they were scared and they all got ready, did their life raft drill and were ready to wait for the impending disaster. The second three questions we'll be dealing with are, how did the sea treat the ship and how did the narrator react? The narrator and his crew had already double-lashed everything. Remember on the ship deck when the impending disaster was what they were waiting for, their life jackets and oil skins and lifeboats all were ready to be used. A giant wave hit the ship, and at first the narrator thought it was a dark cloud, but actually it was a sea wave so high that he had never seen such a one before. It seemed vertical, twice the size of the waves, with the frightening break of a crest. The second question on this slide is, which is actually the fifth question we are dealing with, what was the effect of the huge wave on the ship? When the wave hit the ship, a tremendous explosion took place on the deck, and the water smashed the narrator's head into the wheel, and he was aware of flying overboard and sinking into the sea. First few moments he had almost lost his consciousness, and the starboard side of the ship was also completely smashed. The sixth question talks about, how did the narrator manage to survive? One of the waves took the boat high and the narrator was able to hold on to the boom. The subsequent waves cast him around on the deck like a ragged doll. Although his ribs had cracked, his mouth was filled with blood and broken teeth, he still found the courage to grab onto the wheel and hung on to it. The next question is question number 7. When do you think Mary and the narrator thought that their end was near? On the evening of 5th January, when they were hit by another massive storm, they thought their end was near and they were unable to stop the water from entering the ship. And they were really convinced that that would finally sink their ship and they might end their lives. The 8th question talks about and asks, how did Jonathan succeed in motivating his father in crucial moment when the ship was near sinking? The bad weather conditions continued. Okay, by the day of the 5th of January, the situation was really out of control, and Jonathan had gone to his father and asked him whether they were going to die. When his father didn't reply, he said that he was not afraid to die even if they were all together. Now, this comment motivated the narrator to the resolve to fight all odds and make sure that they were all safe. Let's go to the last 2 questions. What were the afterthoughts of the narrator that night when things seemed to be so desperate? The narrator and his wife started joining hands and praying, and they felt as if fear was gripping them for the first time. They realized they may all sink if they were unable to find land soon, and they had to look and check at how much water was actually seeping in through the broken planks and the gaping holes. They both felt at that time that their end was near because of the way the water was increasingly entering the boat. Question number 10, which is the last question. How can you say Suzanne's injuries were serious? They were definitely serious, but she did not make a hue and cry about it. She had to undergo 6 minor operations to remove a recurring blood clot between her skin and her skull. And she also had an injured arm and 2 black eyes. That is quite a lot for a 6-year-old girl. So now let us go through them once again by replaying the whole video. You may do that at your own leisure. And I hope you visit the next video in which I'm going to talk about long answer questions. Do visit my Facebook page as well. I have created one where I am going to talk about different lovely pieces of poetry, of literature, theatre, maybe some inspiring speeches, give a critique about it. Anything that has nothing to do with the content, the course, the curriculum of 11th and 12th standard. That Facebook page is definitely one of my dream projects which I've been able to launch during these trying times. So please do visit the Facebook page as well. Thank you and bye-bye and God bless all of you.